Sup guys, it's your boy Big Sams, and today is Real Talk episode number 2. And today I'm here with a very good friend of mine and a special guest, Mr. Double A Abdul Ali. You good, bro?
I'm good, you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good, man. How's family?
Oh, good, oh, good. How about you?
Alhamdulillah, all good. So today, bro, we're going to talk about mental health and depression. So, bro, today we're going to talk about I know mental health week was just last week and we just missed it. And obviously because of delays, you know,
Yeah.
we're busy with things in our lives. But today the topic is going to be about mental health and depression, right? No, so depression is like, from what I've seen in the definition, is that it's like a continuous sad feeling of sadness, and it affects your mood, your behavior, and your actions. And one thing I know is people who are depressed and go through mental health, bro, is just they're able to like hide it. Like, you know the movie Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Like Joker's able to hide it, and he's always put that smiley face, but we know that something loopy is going on in his head. You know, something going on, like the character Joker. So like, bro, like, you know, have you like gone any experience like moments of depression or mental health, like some sort of anxiety? I mean, obviously most of us on this planet have.
Yeah, to be
Like,
honest,
could you share like experience? You know, just a vaguely like.
to be honest,
briefly?
yeah. I've been through experiences in my life. To be honest, everyone goes through depression. It's
Yeah.
not just a single person or just a few individual. Everyone does. The fact is, some go through depression more than, like, take it too seriously more than others.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
that's me. And then from that point, they take it more serious and then it goes to more serious things like commit suicide or other things.
Yeah, and that's what like that's where like there's like it goes beyond the line, innit?
Exactly.
Because you know, and like some people they end up trying to self-harm themselves, and you know, like what do you think what do you think like that maxim, like, you know, that there's that line, you know, how do you think people get to that stage, like what do you think, like what does it?
One is if the depression keeps carrying on, people can hold on to it, not speak about it. That's one of the key things not everyone does. No one really talks
Like,
about it.
suppress it inside? Yeah.
No one talks about it. That's the thing, which leads to them having more, holding it even more, rather than releasing it. If they don't release that, all that, it's like, I don't know how you say it.
That tension.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
If you don't release that tension, it just makes it worse. It builds out and it comes to that line you was talking about: commit
Yeah.
suicide, self-harm.
Yeah, and that's crazy. But do you like, you know, like, we live in London, right? And there's like, alhamdulillah, we're both Muslims, right? And you know, there's a lot of masajid, mosques in the UK, right? Do you think a lot of the imams they neglect this topic of depression and mental health? To be honest, because I actually think they do. It's like I think they don't address it a lot. You know, like, do you
When I
think?
go to my mosque, at some occasions, yeah, sometimes. But at times they do mention it, but not all the time.
Yeah, like I think, you know, I think the reason why I love like imams in the masajids, and I'm not gonna say all of them, but quite a lot of them. My experience is that I think they neglect this topic because like they don't know how to tackle it. You
True.
know, they don't know how to tackle it. They don't know how to address it. You know.
To be honest, the best way to tackle it is to experience it yourself. That's from my experience. The best. That's how I handle any situation like that. Anyone who has issues, I can handle it because I've been there at least at some point in my life.
Yeah, like I want like there are moments in my life I've gone through like some form of depression.
And I've
like,
seen it
exactly,
myself.
yeah, I mean,
I've seen
like,
it, yeah.
But I think the way I combated it was like, because you know, one thing I realized when people go through that real like mental psychosis, I would say, like, I don't know if I'm using the correct term. Forgive me, guys. Yeah, my dictionary is bad. My vocab's bad. I think when they go through that mental trauma is that they read. I've seen this one common trait. Generally, I'm not saying all the time, but generally, they isolate themselves. Like they seclude themselves. Like they're always alone.
Yeah.
They don't, like, for example, let's say person X, yeah, person X, right? Person X, he's gone through something traumatic in his life, which has led to him like feeling depressed, low, sad, and he's going through lots of family problems in his life, you know, and a lot of other issues in his life. So what he does is he doesn't speak to his friends, and then his friends start contacting him, trying to holler at him, as they say, or like pop up to him, and they speak, they message him and call him, and he doesn't pick up, and he's always by himself in his home, or he may take long walks alone, or let's say if it's school or university or colleges, he's by himself, like he's alone, as they say, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing common trait. Like, why do you think what do you think? Why do they always, like, people generally, like, people who suffer through this type of mental trauma, like, why do they think they
It's because,
seclude themselves? Yeah.
are you talking about in all genders or?
Just general, yeah.
It's because people, I would say,
Like, they think they're embarrassed, or they think like, they
I want to say embarrassed now. It's because people.
don't want to burden other people.
Nah, because I'll be honest, in this society, people judge others.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's true.
realistically, it is true. It's
That's
happens
word,
to
man.
everyone. That's why
Like,
for
they
them,
judge people's hearts, innit?
in general, yeah, exactly. That's why for a lot of people, they don't mention it to or exploit it, as some people would say, or mention do anything like that because they don't want people to judge them. As here happens nowadays. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why for some people, they only mention it to their closest friend.
Of course, yeah, of course.
That's the only
who
way,
we go
or
to.
family. That's how any other people that they don't know social media or.
No, of course they wouldn't go. I mean,
But you know how I'm
Yeah, I
talking
know,
about.
I know,
and
yeah.
the concept.
but like one thing I find interesting, like, Allah says in the Quran that that whoever turns away from my remembrance, will have a miserable life. And I think I think from a Muslim perspective, I think the best way to tackle depression, and I think there's 3 ways to tackle it. One, make lots of sincere prayers and dua. And I know that might sound cliche, but it's not. Secondly, surround yourself with good people, like good, like friends, like people that are able to help you, how to
Understand
reach
you
out,
as
you
well.
understand you, make you feel happy and make you feel at ease, and they remind you about the hereafter, and that make keep you level-headed and remind you about your, like duties and and responsibilities that you have. And I think the third thing is exercise. Exercise
That's
that
what I'm thinking as well.
decreases
It does.
depression. I think that's one of the best solutions.
To
Exercise.
be honest,
I've seen a research here where they said that exercise actually decreases stress.
it does. Well, I would say praying and exercising are one of the most important
Key
things, or key
factors.
things,
Yeah.
that actually does help.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's third being something you do, like activities like walking or just like going for a long walk or
Yeah.
even just going to the shop and back. Somehow that will actually help you a bit.
Because it's like it's just distracting your mind.
It's like you're not focusing, you're just like in your own way. You can just walk back, might release all that tension, anything.
But do you think being around good people, like for good company, like also helps?
Yeah,
Like
it does.
being around,
It actually does.
like a group of good friends, that would help you and make you actually forget about these issues.
That's why I mentioned that closest friends or family.
Yeah.
It does help a lot.
Yeah. But one thing also I find interesting, like, when people go through these experiences in life, right? Other people, so I've seen this is the stigma, other people either belittle them or look down upon them, right? And I find that really like dishonorable. Like, why do you think they do that?
Like I mentioned before, in terms of this society, they judge people.
The judgmental society.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It happens often. It doesn't matter what you do, good things or bad things, there will be someone that will judge you, no matter what you do.
They'll judge your heart, innit? Not
Yeah,
that what's surprising.
in general, anything you do, they will judge you straight.
Yeah. And to touch upon that, bro, like, for example, like imagine this, I'll give a scenario, and I always give the scenario to that. I think I've given the scenario many times, that if I were to save the planet, right, from an asteroid, hypothetically saying, like Goku, then I come over here, I don't mean
Carry
cringe.
on.
And I save the planet, I'll save the planet some hypothetically, right? I guarantee you, bro, next week later, I make one bad slip up or mistake or error, everyone's gonna they're gonna forget about what I did last week.
Yeah, it's true.
And they're gonna be like, you're such an evil person. I know it's an extreme example,
but in that concept you're talking about,
Yeah,
it is
it's
true.
true.
That's exactly.
but they don't look at the good. They just
They
look
never
at one.
do.
Yeah, you could do 99.9% good all the time.
But they always look at the bad one first.
Like, that's why I say, like, don't try and appease other people. Like, do what's right for your creator and for yourself and what's good for your family. You know what I mean?
If you're religious, here's what I'll tell you: do something that you think will make God happy, or in Muslim, make Allah happy.
Yeah.
Do the good deed. Don't do the bad. I'll be honest. Look at society nowadays. People when they get depression, they do things like alcohol, smoking, drugs. Exactly.
And
Where do you think that leads up? Either dead or prison.
Word, man. Like,
Trust me, it happens.
Word. Or like
Or
this.
stabbing,
Or in a third case, like a really, really miserable, depressed life.
That's true.
And then you never hear from these types of people, like maybe a year or 2 years, and then you see them around the corner, oh, how you been? And they look like they lost pounds of weight, or what's going on? Oh, or they look like they're put on pounds of weight, or you know what I mean, But I think one symptoms I realize about people who go through these type of depression or issues, like they always. I'm not saying all the time, because you could be alone. You could try and seclude yourself. It could be for many reasons. For example, like you're in a bad company and you always, and let's say in general, I'm giving an example. Right? Let's say a college, right? And in general, that college is known has a bad reputation, and a lot of the people, they do the same thing as everyone else in that college. So what you do is you try and seclude yourself from those people in college, right? Because you don't want to be around their bad vibe, their bad company, or the bad influence. And obviously, at the same time, you try and find who's the calm one, the good one from the crowd, and so you stick with that person, and you and that person, you do your own thing, and you make something of life, right? That could be a reason, but we're not talking about that reason. Like, the reason we're talking about is that people in general who get depressed, they seclude themselves because they feel alone. They feel like no one's there for them. They feel like no one can help them. They feel like people are gonna judge their hearts.
Or in some cases, some people take it as if they can handle it themselves.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And I think, but I you know what? I think people who think they can handle them themselves, right? I don't think what you should do is, speak to someone, like this is a message to the people like who do suffer from it. Like, look, you are not alone. Don't ever think you're alone. Allah is there for you. Like Allah says, "Fa'inni qareeb," that I am near. Always pray. No matter what happens, pray, as if it's your last. And even if you miss a couple of prayers, no matter, just pray. Even if you pray once a day, it's better than enough. It's better than nothing.
Much better than nothing.
You know what I mean? It's better than what a lot of people that neglect the prayer. Second thing is, right, seek professional help and guidance. And there's nothing wrong. It does not make you weak. You know what I mean? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, as they say.
That is true.
And even if you fall back 10 times, get back up 10 times. And speak out, and speak to people that are close to you, that are like close to your heart, that you trust. Seek their advice. And don't ever think you're alone, because you are not alone. And we're here for you. And the message is that do never ever give up, and always stay strong and stay standing strong.
And for me, I'll say, if you're everyone who goes through depression, anyone who has depression, the best way to do it, I'll say, pray, as he said. Do any activities you like, football, basketball, any gym or workout at home or anything.
Even a hobby.
Any hobby, yeah, exactly.
Even a hobby like reading books or
even video games.
Video games.
Trust
I mean,
me, it actually does help. Any hobbies you got, do it. It will actually help you calm or release those tension. And we know from experience.
Yeah,
we literally know from experience. I'm gonna tell you from this.
Yeah, look, no matter what happens in life, never ever think that you're alone. No matter what happens in life, always stand strong and stay smiling, man. And just keep looking ahead of the future. Don't look back. Don't look down. Just look forward. Look forward to your life. There's a lot of things to appreciate and be grateful about in life. It might sound trivial and cliche and think, but everyone says that, but honestly, look at the things that you have in your life.
When you're in the future or when you get older, you look back and you actually realize.
And you probably laugh about it.
Yeah.
You might even laugh about it and think, what was I even doing? You know what I mean? And you might give the same advice to people like your own children one day, inshallah, as they say, or like one of your like people that are close to you, like family, relatives, or
your loved ones.
Or your loved ones, you know what I mean? Don't ever think that you're alone. And remember this, that whatever happens, everything happens for a reason, And even if you fall, just get back up and keep it moving. Just keep it moving, And find something that's interesting, make something of your life, And don't ever think that you're alone. And look, Allah's here for you. And I'm 100%, I'm telling you, there are people that are going through the same thing as you. You are not alone in this. Don't ever think you're alone, And someone once told me like a long time ago, that if you ever feel low, always know that there's something, there's another day to look forward to. You know what I mean? And any last, advice or anything you want to put on, bro? If you're gonna say.
If you hold regrets about the past, don't hold it at all. Let it go. What happened as the past, happened as the past. Just move on now. Never let the past get to you, because trust me, you make it worse for yourself.
Yeah.
Not just as a human being in general, anything all around you or your loved ones, it will make bad for everyone.
Oh, yeah, it will catch a bad vibe.
It does.
Because the past can hurt, but you learn from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what you said. 10 times go down, 10 times you get up.
Hey,
exactly. No, it's true. Yeah.
Nice.
Past, you might happen past, you get down 10 times. In future or present, you get back up again. And it might happen again, same issue maybe in the future, but this time you won't go down. It actually happens, yeah.
Because you know why? Because there's 10 more other battles to look forward to. And if you can get through this battle,
you can get through others.
Remember, you guys are soldiers, you know what I mean? Don't ever think that you're weak. You're soldiers. And even if you slip up, so what? Get back up. get back up. And it's simple as that.
Doesn't matter if you're weak or
And remember,
some
you're
people,
never
or people
alone.
see you weak. Yeah, you're never
Remember,
alone.
the past hurts, but you learn from it and you keep it moving. And that's it from us. Anything last thing to say, bro?
Not at the moment, no.
It's your boy Big Sams and Double A Avzul Ali.
Yep.
Peace out, guys.
Yeah.